All right. So,
Hey, Pete.
let's
Got a
start with
roll in mind
Rocket.
for you, Rocket.
Oh, yeah?
You're going to be the
I
hacker.
want you
of
to hack
course.
the computer.
Logical choice. I won't let you down.
Catch you in a bit.
And Groot.
I am Groot.
If we're going to attack the Revenant, we all need a job to do.
You'll
Someone
get the
has to
helmet.
retrieve Hollis' helmet, and I think your branches have the perfect reach for the job.
I am Groot.
Not sure Groot should be going off on his own, but you're in charge.
I believe in you, Groot. I'll see you around, buddy.
I am Groot.
All right, so now we'll go downstairs. Oh, wait a minute.
Home-brewed explosives, huh?
Rocket. I'm trusting you, buddy. Don't blow us all up.
Drax.
Drax.
We've got a plan of attack ready to go. I've just got to divvy up the roles.
Of course. I trust you will grant me the most important job.
You will protect Rocket
You're on
while he
protection duty.
hacks.
Make sure no one gets to the computer.
Yes. I will defend that inanimate piece of machinery with all of my strength.
Later, Drax.
What happens later?
And Gamora will do the distraction.
So, Rocket has this plan?
Just crazy enough to work one?
Yeah, the usual kind.
Not surprised. So what role do I play in this disaster?
I need you to cause a distraction. Keep the Kree off our backs.
Okay, I've got a few ideas. Leave it to me, Peter.
Pete, looks like Hala just entered the system. We're gonna have to hurry.
It's now or never. All right, guys, bring it in. So, here's the plan. We're making a run on Hollis' ship to take that super weapon offline. I've assigned each of you an important role. Hacker, backup, distraction, and of course someone to steal that helmet. I will install the explosive, so when the trigger's pulled, the gun blows up right in Hollis' face.
This will require everyone to work together flawlessly. I do not believe I have seen that happen. Ever. Are you sure this plan will work?
Yeah, we ain't exactly got a stellar track record when it comes to plans going our way.
We're still here, aren't we? That means something's working.
I trust each and every one of you to do what you do best. Now, things will go wrong. They always do. But we'll figure it out as we go. We have everyone we need to do that right here.
Uh-oh, here comes a patented quill speech.
I mean, look at Rocky.
Damn it. Should not have drawn attention to myself.
What should I be looking at? Is there something stuck in his fur? Or...
There's nothing that you can't fix. I've seen you make technological miracles out of a handful of trash. Literal trash. I mean, that's amazing.
Oh, Peter! Over here! It's me! Drax! The Destroyer! I volunteer to go next.
Oh, pick me
I
next.
could
Me
never
next. Me
forget
next.
You big guy.
Do not hold back. Tell me what... Oh, this should be enjoyable.
A perfect murdering machine who, despite all odds, has become more bloodthirsty than ever before.
You are too kind, Peter. I'm getting emotional.
And
Gamora, where are you going?
And Gamora.
Peter?
My love interest.
The woman I love.
Peter?
The woman I like.
Peter?
The woman I would like to love if she were maybe open to that sort of thing. Don't answer that right now. And what about Mantis?
What about me? I don't know what's going on here.
Our newest and most peculiar friend.
We are friends? I have friends? Thank you, Peter!
And last, but certainly not least, Groot.
Oh my goodness.
The beating heart of the Guardians.
I am Groot.
Ah, right back at you, man. Sure, we have our differences, but we all share something in common.
Arrest records.
Trust issues.
I am Groot. Dependency on oxygen-rich atmospheres to survive.
Not exactly. We're all trying to be better, and that's all that really counts. As long as we have each other, we can beat anything. Hala doesn't stand a chance.
That was actually a good speech. Except for that love interest thing.
Yes! Everyone is feeling inspired.
Then let's rock and roll.
I mean, I could have also called her the ultimate badass, because that was a choice, but I could not resist. I just love some of the other choices you can make, though. You could really just start to insult them. Like, rockets full of fleas! Or, Drax is completely illiterate! It's just, oh my gosh. They would probably be like, that was one of the worst speeches we have ever heard. As far as final speeches go, I've heard better. It wasn't bad. But I'll never forget the speech Commander Shepard gives on the suicide mission at the Collector base in Mass Effect 2.
Peter, thank you for coming back for me. I am looking forward to our mission together. Even if this time, we all die.
Oh boy, here we go.
A lot of ships. Here's hoping everything works out. We deserve it happening to us at least once.
I've got your back, Gamora.
Good. I've got yours too.
Look sharp, guys. Hala's coming in hot.
I am Groot.
No, I ain't a traitor. It's a phrase. You know, like, she's right on top of us.
I am Groot.
Yeah, that does sound worse. Hang on! Roll your way. I'm almost to the computer core.
I am Groot.
Hey, exercise is hard, okay?
Oh.
What happened?
I'm okay.
Did you
I'm okay.
die again?
Nope. Totally alive.
Fly on, human.
Guys, how's it going in there?
I'm all hacked in. Plus an added bonus. Her computer's now transmitting some of your music to the entire ship. They're hearing that trash over their intercoms. Okay, Pete, you're good to go.
Trash?
Eject it and plant the bomb.
One down.
What is that sound? Is that the engine?
It's going great.
Is that what
it's
I
going
hear
less great.
instead of the
About to
actual
have some
music?
company. Gotta hurry. If they fire that weapon now, I'm hosed.
Okay.
And how's that protection going, Drax?
Oh, Peter, what fun I am having. Oh, the blood! It is everywhere, even in my mouth.
Okay, good to know.
Huh. Hey!
Hey! quick. Down, one to go.
Okay.
How's it going in there, Peter?
I'm on the last station now. Now would be a solid time for that distraction.
I've got it covered. I disabled all gravity in this sector. There are a lot of upset Kree floating around in here. Better misery. Hold, please.
Well, looks like that got everyone's attention.
Wonder how Groot is doing with the helmet. Though I still don't know why we need that helmet. I have a feeling this is like Rocket's joke,
Oh, no, you don't.
gag detail on a plan like he did in the movies.
Kinda busy here. Thank you.
Oh, that sound.
Rocket, all charges are planted. Pressed?
Marginally. Once one of the Kree fires that weapon, the whole ship's gonna go, holy crap, that's a huge explosion.
Yeah, I think that distraction worked a little too well. There are no more Kree on the bridge.
What? Looks like someone just volunteered to go hit that button then.
Do I have to do everything myself?
I am
You did? You got the helmet?
I am Groot.
Perfect. Now smash it to pieces.
Wait a minute. You never actually needed the helmet, did you?
Nope. But now
No,
I
he
have
didn't.
one for a big fat head.
Rocket!
What?
This is just like that thing where he's like, get the leg. That guy's leg. It's really important.
Come on!
I had a feeling that helmet thing was a gag.
Peter, Hala is heading for the bridge. Prepare for battle.
Here we go.
Oh boy. Really?
For the intruder!
Ah!
How do you like that?
This ends now.
Bring it.
I am Groot!
Groot, little help?
Nice one.
Nice
I
job,
do not
Groot.
need a weapon to kill you. Do you not see? This is the end. Everything you have done is futile. Admit it. You have been defeated.
Oh, nice. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh! Thanks, Groot. Yeah, here we go. Nice catch. Ah! Oh! Nice one, Rocket. Ah! Oh boy. Oh! Oh! I think that had to hurt. Look out! Oh! I don't think that killed her, but that may have hurt. Remember, Baldwin didn't want us to kill her.
It is not over.
Brace yourself!
Nice job blowing up your weapon.
This is incredible! I am Groot!
This ain't so bad. You were right for turning us around. I got a good chance of getting better here. I'm sorry I put you at risk back there. I was just so looking forward to camping under the stars with you. Sometimes, I'm not sure if I'm taking care of you, or you're taking care of me.
I get it, Mom. If I'd have been in your shoes, I'd have done the same thing. You were only trying to give us one more trip together.
Well, that's just it. I'm supposed to be the adult, not you. Not yet. It's getting late. I bet those stars are shining with everything they got by now.
I got an idea. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, I won't. What are you doing?
Not quite as good, but,
Whoa, baby,
look.
baby, watch the monitor. Hey. You really are something, you know that? You always come up with a plan. I don't know where you get these ideas.
Gotta admit, I do have my moments.
Yes, you do. And this one tops the list. It's perfect. Oh, I'm so glad we could come out here. Like this, just the two of us. Don't you love that mountain air?
Mom, we're in a hospital, not out camping.
What? Oh. Right. Must be the medicine the doctors gave me. Now get in here. I can't imagine being cooped up in a hospital on a night like this. Isn't this just perfect?
oh gosh, this is just painful.
Yeah. It's perfect. Mom.
So glad we got one last weekend in the mountains together.
This is kind of painful for me because my grandmother kind of went through this same type of thing during her last days. My dad would often tell me about that when he would often go to visit her. So I know what it's like from personal experience having to go through that with a family member who is having to deal with that. Oh, those are some bad scars. I guess we forgot about the other, Star Destroyers? Kree ships, I guess. The Forge. Oh my goodness. That's right, we could use this to revive the Celestial. Holy moly.
Ha! I feel so alive.
We're happy for you, Drax, but I think I can smell my fur burning.
Stay sharp. We don't know where. This is not over.
Really? We have to keep doing this? Give up already!
It don't look like she's in any mood to give up, Pete.
Where is my son?
I'm right here.
I knew he was gonna do that.
Baldin!
It would bring me immense joy to spill your son's
Drax?
blood. I find his attitude incredibly irksome.
Well, look at that timing. So, you gonna drop your weapon or what?
Dust! You may have destroyed my ship and stolen the Eternity Forge, but I still have my armada surrounding us. Unless you have a weapon that can destroy all of them, I still have the advantage.
I do. But you don't want to force my hand. Yeah, I really do.
What are you
The Celestial could wipe them
What are
all
you
out.
doing?
Pete, you're not serious.
For once, he does not look like he is joking.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Hala. I do have a super weapon.
Where?
You're standing inside it.
You're standing on it. Did you forget this is a Celestial?
Accuser, the Celestial. It seems to be reacting. What are your orders?
Continue firing!
You have to stand down!
Stand down? Ah, you have turned my own blood against me! He has forgotten what it means to be Kree!
Me? I am thinking clearly. You are out of control! There would be no glory for the Kree Empire if we are all dead!
I didn't have to turn Baldin against you. You did that all by yourself.
Harmed him? I saved him! I have revived our civilization from the ashes, and I will lead them to glory once again! We were born into war! We are not afraid of one Celestial!
Star-Lord, listen to me! Let me lead the Kree instead!
You? Lead the Kree? Don't be ridiculous, Baldin! You are much too naive!
Under my rule, the Kree would have a chance at normal lives! Instead of being in perpetual war!
War is normal! It is in the blood of all beings, whether they admit it or not!
Death only brings more
She is insane.
Your weakness will corrupt our people and lead to their downfall!
I
Everyone deserves a second chance, and that starts with Baldin. He should lead the Kree.
Thank you.
How dare you! I refuse to hand my title over to a child! The thought is preposterous!
Surely letting me take command of the Kree is preferable to our extinction!
This is the deal, Hala. Step down or watch an angry celestial head obliterate your armada. Take it or leave it. You know the consequences. This isn't a we're not so different you and I moment. In fact, we are very different. I don't believe killing others is the only way to get ahead in this world. That's not my style.
I hope I am wrong about you, Star-Lord. You have my surrender. This is Hala, the Accuser. All ships, stand down. I have surrendered my title to my son, Baldin. He shall lead the Kree.
The Accuser has surrendered? How is that? Cease fire! All ships, stand down!
You had the power to eliminate all Kree, but you showed mercy instead. I will not forget this. I know I have no right to ask for one more favor, but I would like to take my mother into custody.
Oh my gosh, don't tell me the game froze on me.
She killed my
Okay,
sister.
there we go.
She
Woo!
blew up a planet.
I was worried I was going to have
Hala
to,
must face justice
start
for her
this
crimes.
over.
Do what you will. It does not matter to me anymore. I have lost.
Maybe she will face justice.
The judgment is yours.
Please, she is
I mean,
one
Gamora,
of
who's
our
to say the Kree don't have good
My
judgment?
first order as leader will be to see her punished. To show everyone that war is not our future. And those who seek to continue fighting will not be tolerated.
Yeah, I say
You can have her.
let them have her.
Just see to it that her sentence fits her crime.
I will. Thank you. My people owe you a great debt they can never repay. It will be a long road. But I will show the galaxy that the Kree can be trusted from now on. Not feared.
Hey,
Just stay out of trouble.
you just stay out of trouble, all right?
We will. For generations, my people will tell the legend of what happened this day.
I can't get that image of Hala out of my mind. She looked so broken. Lost. We did the right thing, didn't we?
We saved
I
lives,
think so.
Gamora. If we hadn't done what we did, a lot more innocent people would be dead right now.
You're right. You're right. I think I could use a drink.
I am Groot.
Just FYI, if you choose to revive the Celestial and have him destroy the entire Armada, Baldin, at that point condemns you and vows to be your greatest nemesis. Like, he, like, vows to be the greatest nemesis the Guardians will ever have and will see us all dead. Just an FYI. It's a really cool moment, the idea, you know, the whole reviving a celestial head to destroy an entire armada, but you do pay for it.
Yeah. Let's go.
I really thought I was going to have to stop the video and, like, restart the application. You know, on the PS4 dashboard thing. I thought I was going to have to close the game and reopen it, because I really thought it had froze on me there. That scared me. Woo! And now for one last final scene.
Hello? You guys still open?
If there's booze on the shelf, they're open.
Hey, can I come out now? Is it over?
Yes, you can stop cowering like a baby.
And we're all pretty thirsty.
I know now isn't the best time, but, you still haven't paid your tab.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, guys gotta pay the bills.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Oh, oh, you know what? I left my wallet in my other red leather jacket. So...
Yeah, my bar wouldn't even be here if it weren't for you. Just consider your tab forgiven, okay?
Nice.
What is this? It tastes terrible.
She's never drank booze before.
It's kind of an acquired taste. You get used to it eventually.
I don't think I want to acquire a taste for this.
I don't blame you. He's still drinking out of it.
Actually, the forge is already full. There's still a charge in it, but its power is fading. It can only be used for one more revival. I'm sorry. It won't be able to bring back all your loved ones.
So you can see what's happening here, right?
Groot says you should use the forge for your mom.
I am Groot.
Since you got us back together.
So you can see what's happening here. The game is now going to offer you, and this is, again, this is only possible if you chose the route where the forge gets empowered. If you chose the forge gets destroyed, you won't get this choice. All Mantis will let you know is that you'll have one chance to just see your mom, just to see her and talk to her for just like a few moments, and then it's over. Here you can actually choose who you want to revive. And the way this is done that I like is that because you went through all those flashbacks with each character, you got to see and meet someone that they really cared about to try and help get you attached to all those characters, so when this choice came about, you feel conflicted about it. So you would be like, oh man, I like all these, like, who would I want to revive here? Because you can only choose one, and it's hard. Because you know how important each of these characters you can choose from means to your teammates here. I know how much Lila means to Rocket. I know how much Kamaria means to Drax, you know? And it becomes a very hard decision in that regard, because you got to see these flashbacks and you actually got to, you know, see those memories, which made it more relevant.
I am Groot.
Wait. What about you guys? I mean, you all lost someone close to you.
The forge was severely damaged when you crashed the Revenant into nowhere. If you wish to use it, you need to do it now.
I'm not sure I need it anymore. Then again, Drax lost his daughter. Seems pretty important to bring her back.
Yes, but the cyborg was Gamora's true kin. It should be her.
Ah, for the 1000th time, her name's Nebula.
Yes, the cyborg Nebula.
Thank you, Drax. What about Lila? You loved her.
Guess I'm done being the selfish one. Really, Drax, it should be you.
It should be you.
After everything we've been through, are we seriously still arguing?
No, we're just agreeing strongly. This is an anti-argument. I just got one of those voices that always sounds like I'm angry.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
There isn't much time left. The forge is dying. If you wish to use it, you need to do it now.
This is such a hard choice. You can actually let the forge die. Look at that option in the bottom right. Let forge die. You can actually choose to not reunite anyone here. Oh, gosh, I want to pause here because I don't know if this thing is timed, and I don't want it to time out because I actually want to make a choice here. Let the forge die. I don't like that option. To me, that's kind of a cheap option here because otherwise there's not much point to going down this route. There's a number of things that I think about and consider when it comes to trying to make this choice. Kamaria was Drax's daughter, his only child. It's, you know, I think back, anytime someone's child dies before the parent goes, I always think back to Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I always think back to the King of Rohan when he buried his son. And Gandalf is consoling him, and he says to Gandalf, no parent should have to bury their own child. I cannot imagine what that must be like. Just, there's probably no way to describe that. It's a feeling that I don't think anyone could ever understand unless you experience it, and that's not something anyone should ever experience. Lila was the only person for Rocket when he was in one of the most terrible, difficult situations anyone could be in. Trapped and used as an experiment. And she was his only companion through all of that. And she was willing to sacrifice herself to save him. That's I think that speaks for itself at how amazing that makes her. Nebula, I mean, at this point we all know Nebula. We've had 2 movies with her, you know, not including Infinity War. And we know what she means to Gamora, despite the feud that they constantly have with each other. And then there's Peter's mom. And we've had flashbacks in each episode to, of course, remember how much she meant to him. And then I start to think about another aspect of this. We would be bringing someone back to this place, in this timeline, in this period, in this portion of space. I start to think about what it would be like to actually revive his mom, who is from Earth, I believe she died in the 80s, and she would more than likely be the exact same age she was when she died. So, just think about how crazy this would be if we brought her back to life here, in outer space, amongst a bunch of aliens, with her son now fully grown up, years later in the future. I'm not sure how she'd be able to deal with this whole situation. Peter spent years under Yondu getting used to all of this. This whole being in outer space amongst aliens, learning how the culture in outer space works, like adapting to it, you know, learning how to fly spaceships, interacting with other alien species and such. I cannot imagine that would be easy for her. So I'm very hesitant to bring her back because of that. Because I just don't know. It's like, okay, you bring her back. Now what? Like, how well would she actually be able to adapt to this situation? I don't know if she would be able to do all that well. I mean, it's just my own thoughts, you know, about that, about how well she would actually somehow be able to do in this type of situation. I think it would be, you know, I start to think about the other three, though. It would be great to bring Lila back after what she did for Rocket. Getting to reunite Drax with his child would be great as well. And then there's Nebula. And Nebula is a complicated one, but we've seen a lot of the good from Nebula. Yeah, we've seen the bad, but we've also seen the good. Not just in this game, but as I mentioned, in the MCU as well. So I'm inclined to actually choose Nebula here. I think my next choice after that may be either Lila or Peter's mom. I mean, now if you're going, well, what about Drax's daughter? I mean, she would still be a child at that point, and I don't know if bringing a child, even though she's probably more like a teenager, but I don't know. I start to think about how certain people would fit into this situation. Like, if whoever we revive, are we going to be bringing them back with us? See, here's something I wish I could do. I wish I could be able to try and show you guys each of these endings, and perhaps I will. Perhaps I'll actually try and go back and make other videos showing you each of the different choices that you can make here. I may have to replay the entire episode to do so, I don't know. It used to be, like, back in Walking Dead Season 1, you could actually choose, I'm going to go replay this portion of this episode. Like, go to this specific point in the episode to replay that portion there. And then they started to go away from that and made it where you had to replay the entire episode all over again. And you guys know that some of these episodes can take a few hours to do. So, gosh, I honestly don't remember. I think at this point, Peter would put his friends ahead of himself. And he would start to think about things such as, I don't know, what each of that would mean to them. And I think Nebula is going to be my initial choice here.
I think we should resurrect Nebula.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I believe in second chances.
Thank you.
Plus, of course, he would do something for you, Gamora. I mean, for goodness sakes,
Take my hand.
Acknowledge that this man loves
I
you.
want you to think of your fondest
This man
memory
loves
of
you.
Nebula, the
And he's going to
moment when
revive
you
your
two were
sister to prove it.
happiest.
Probably when they were training each other under Thanos. Like sparring.
Gamora? How?
No cyborg parts.
You used it on me? I'm so happy to have you back. You're happy? I am.
Mantis? What's wrong?
The Forge no longer holds any power over me. I don't know what to do, now that I am finally free of it. My life was so entwined with its purpose, With it gone, I feel okay. I am no longer overwhelmed by
Do what the other one in
emotions
the
of
movie
others.
did. Join the
You
Guardians.
could always use an empath on the team. Why don't you join the Guardians? Officially.
Really?
Definitely.
Thank you, Peter. It will be nice to have a home instead of a box. My head finally feels clear. Thank you, Peter, for all you've done.
And so, like in the MCU, Nebula kind of joins the group, I guess.
I'm proud
I mean,
of
it's
you,
going to be
Peter.
extremely easy for her to
Yeah.
fit in with the group
You
here.
kept us together after all. I had many, many doubts it would happen. So many doubts.
Of course
Oh,
you did.
Daily doubts. I honestly couldn't count them all. But somehow, you pulled us through.
I mean, I didn't exactly do it on my own.
I'll take some credit.
Yeah, some. A bit. Just a tiny bit.
Oh, never change, Peter.
Oh, well, you two kiss
How about a
already.
refill?
My
My
gosh.
hero.
Hey, you two seriously need to tell us when there's a toast happening.
I drink this toxic liquid in honor of the galaxy. May it stay guarded.
Nebula, don't be antisocial. Come join us.
I don't like parties.
Me either. But you're with us now. You better get used to them.
What about two new friends? I've never had them before.
I've got a better one. To vacation!
I am Groot.
Yeah, okay. Family's a good one, too. Hurry up, Pete. My arm's getting tired.
I'm with...
To the
I'm
best
with you, Groot.
family a guy could ask for.
Strangest looking one in the galaxy.
Hey, I'll take it.
Guardians, this is the Nova Corps. We have another situation. You have
Yes.
to help us. You're the first ones we called.
The galaxy can wait.
Yeah. We gotta have a real celebration. For once.
Sounds like fun. Count us in.
Of course, yeah, it's just the generic music playing. So, imagine, like, better music, but copyright music, was playing here to kind of, like, emphasize the finale moment here. And that was Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy. Who you sided with? 33% Groot pruned opinions, 50% Rocket diffused conflict, 75% Gamora opposites attract, 40% Drax lost in translation. I'm surprised that I only sided with Groot 33% of the time. But obviously I was siding with Gamora a lot. State of the Galaxy. Forge. Revived no one. What? Why does it say revived? It revived no one. I revived Nebula. Even over there on the right, Nebula revived. Mantis joined. Balled in, leading. Hala detained. Loyal Peter. You and 53% of players tried to put the Guardians first. Heroes come in many shapes. And while Peter may not quite fit any of them, he's the best friend and leader his team could ask for. You and 37% of players powered up the Eternity Forge for the sake of your friends. You and 25% of players prioritized Drax's life by preventing him from sacrificing himself. You and 60% decided to keep Gamora's family intact by letting Nebula stay with the Guardians. Committed Rocket. Due to you and 81% of players influenced Rocket overcame his fears and is fully committed to the Guardians, even if he ends up the last one standing, the galaxies we're fighting for. You and 15% of players prioritize Rocket's dilemma over capturing Nebula. You and 37% of players gave Rocket hope of seeing Lila again by charging up the Forge. You and 25% of players prevented Drax's sacrifice, leading to Groot being gravely injured. Hopeful Gamora. Due to you and 43% of players' influence, Gamora was able to recover from the scars of her past. With Nebula back, she has a second chance to make things right and build a new future with her sister. You and 74% of players encouraged Gamora to reconnect with her sister Nebula. You and 10% followed Rocket instead of pursuing Nebula. You and 59% of players tried to mend Gamora and Nebula's relationship by asking her to stay. Victorious Drax. You and 71% influenced Drax, found renewed purpose with the Guardians. His warrior spirit has been reignited and he's ready to slay whenever the future throws at him. You and 89% reassured Drax that he got his revenge against Thanos. You and 37% of players restored Drax's hope by powering up the Forge. You and 25% refused to let Drax die to help the Guardians escape. I am Groot. In spite of you and 100% efforts, Groot never gave up on the Guardians. He believes in this team and loves them unconditionally, no matter how much you act like a bunch of a-holes. You and 50% of players told Groot to get rid of his only possession, his small potted tree friend. I was in the minority. I'm sorry, Groot. You and 37% powered up the Eternity Forge despite Groot's urging to destroy it. You and 93% shook Groot's hand despite him leaving the Guardians. That's probably 7% probably did the I'm going to play Peter as a jerk route and do all the negative choices. Plan of attack. These I looked up, were considered the logical choices. Rocket was the hacker, Gamora was the distractor, Drax was the protector, and Groot got the helmet. You and 19% of players went after Rocket first. You and 6% felt mostly positive about the Guardians. You and 15% handed Hala over to Baldin. You and 35% resurrected Nebula. You and 88% resurrected someone. And of course, one last stinger. Pretty much an after the credits scene. Typical of Marvel, right? I'm sorry. At this point, anyone who leaves during the credits of a Marvel movie, have you learned nothing? Hello? Is someone there? Ah, Thanos. Who is that? Nice teaser about Thanos coming back. Though at this point, with Telltale being out of business, I doubt that's actually ever going to happen. So I'm pretty sure we are never going to get another season of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. But as a single adventure, this was not bad. This was not bad. So let me go ahead and show you guys something, if you're curious. No, not choices. Let's see. Save files. Let's go to this one. Just kind of want to show you some of the choices. Actually, did it? Yeah, this is my first one. Let me jump to... I mean, episode 3... Yeah, destroyed the Forge. Fused up Drax. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Episode 5, though. That's where things got interesting. Hold on. Let me get back to the front here. Alright, so. I actually chose with Gamora a lot more, that one. 87%. Hardly sided with Rocket. So, yeah. She's still deceased. Mantis joined. Baldin was dead because, of course, we destroyed the Forge. Hala was consumed by the corruption that the Forge gave her when I destroyed it. Nebula stayed dead. Kind of different stats here, different descriptions here. went after Rocket first. Interesting that it's talking differently here. And you can see here, she was consumed by the Eternity Forge. That's what happens if you destroy it. And yeah, I could have had a final moment with her, but in some ways I thought it was better that he just kind of let that be in his past, not bring it up that way. But I did look it up, and it was kind of interesting. I made some silly choices here, though. I had Gamora as the protector, I had Groot be the distractor, and then I had Drax get the helmet. You can imagine how hilarious it was when Drax found out from Rocket that it was simply a prank by Rocket. So, let me check something here real quick. So if I go... See, here's what I'm talking about. It used to be in older Telltale games. Hold on. More options. Nope, that's it. I hate this. It used to be that... And you can check in, I believe it's the first season of The Walking Dead. Telltale used to let you actually choose certain points in the episodes for you to go back and replay. Like certain segments. I distinctly remember this, because I did this to experiment with different choices. And then as more stuff came out, they got away from that and left it where this is literally your only option. Restart the entire freaking episode instead of letting you go back and replay certain things. I mean, why can't I just simply choose the bar section there at the end and be able to choose the different options of who I want to revive? I mean, there's a part of me that at least wants to show you what happens if you choose reviving Star-Lord's mom. Because it's actually kind of lengthy. Because you're having to kind of break this revelation to her that, yeah, I revived you and we're in outer space and I'm all grown up and I am with this group that protects the galaxy. Yeah, we're on a space station. Just imagine how this conversation goes. You can look this up on YouTube. But man, I would love to be able to just simply show this to you guys if it would just let me select that scene instead of the entire episode from the beginning. So if I want to show this to you guys, I'm going to have to stop recording this video, then I'm going to have to replay the entire episode up till the bar scene and that choice, and then start recording. Which means I'd have to spend another, I don't know, couple hours or so, hour and a half. Instead of just simply being able to have the option to just select that particular scene. You know, there are times I just go, yeah, it's no wonder Telltale went out of business. But I would like to have seen other certain seasons come out. Like, I can tell that I'm seeing the third episode for the last season of The Walking Dead is being advertised that's going to come out. And someone did tell me that the final season will be finished. But I doubt this means we're actually going to get season 2 of The Wolf Among Us, which really disappoints me because I was really looking forward to that. So, just to give you guys a heads up if you've been following this and other ones, this could be the last Telltale playthrough I do for a while. Not ever, but for a while. There are other things I'm more interested in finishing up and starting right now than some of these other Telltale ones, especially now that some of these are not going to get continued because Telltale's now out of business and is gone, essentially. Now, I'm not saying that I will never do a playthrough of the second season of Telltale's Batman. I'm not saying that I'm never going to do the last 2 seasons of The Walking Dead. And it's possible I could do The Wolf Among Us, but man, The Wolf Among Us just presents a couple of issues for me when it comes to recording it. It's insanely mature, incredibly mature, like over the top mature. And of course, there's the whole part about nudity that I don't really have the software to do the part where I can just simply edit it out or cover it up or anything. In case you're wondering why I've never done The Wolf Among Us. I don't know, maybe at some point I actually will make a video just showing you guys what happens if you choose to revive Peter's mom, but at the same time you can just look that up on YouTube. I'm sure I've seen other videos that have shown it, because I looked it up myself, what happens if you do the other choices. But to me, choosing Nebula just kind of made the most sense to me. I mean, she was essentially part of the Guardians by the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and in Infinity War, and she has already spent time with them. She knows them. She knows the setting. It just worked. Like in my mind, it's a choice that just made a lot of sense. Plus, Peter would want to do that for Gamora, the woman he loves, to revive her sister. He would want to do that for her. So, it's not necessarily the most interesting or best choice, but it's the choice that, in my mind, made the most sense. So, that was Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see what else happens in regards to other Telltale games, especially with the whole them going out of business thing, but we'll see how that goes. Until then, I will see you guys next time.